The story of Methodism, everywhere and at all times, has been the story of a people who have heard and come to believe the good news that Jesus Christ has come into the world to save the lost. They've come to believe through faith in Jesus Christ and by God's grace alone that they can be reconciled to God and live lives filled with the Holy Spirit. These people who were lost in sin and without hope have found forgiveness, remission of their sin, and reconciliation with their Creator. That's good news. That's news worth telling the entire world. It would be impossible to talk about the people called Methodists and the Methodist movement in general and fail to talk about evangelism. Methodist evangelism is nothing other than what we witnessed among the first century followers of Jesus, who used the common Greek custom of announcing good news from town to town and sharing with others in as many ways as possible. The early church had the best news ever, that Jesus Christ is Lord. That good news, coupled with Christ's imperative for his followers to go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit, and teaching them everything he has commanded us, lit a fire that still burns brightly more than 2,000 years later. This burning passion to tell the good news of Jesus found a home in the Wesley brothers. John and Charles and the early Methodists would not be constrained to parish preaching, with Mr. Wesley proclaiming, "I look upon all the world as my parish. Thus far as I mean that in whatever part of it I am, I judge it meet, right, and my bound duty to declare unto all that are willing to hear the glad tidings of salvation." It was at Kingswood, a rough coal mining town where no church existed, that Wesley first shifted from preaching in the churches to preaching in the open air. Of that experience, he would record in his journal, "I submitted to be more vile and proclaim in the highways the glad tidings of salvation." In true Methodist style, Wesley didn't just preach, he also started a school in Kingswood, laying the foundation for spreading Christianity among the least, the last, and the lost. Jack Jackson's article on evangelism in the next Methodism says, "It was literally impossible to be a Methodist without a constant interaction with the gospel. Even without the language of evangelism, Methodists developed a framework for discipleship that encouraged a repetitive announcement of the gospel. The enduring pattern of Methodist evangelism is proclamation, praise, and practice. Proclamation. During the First and Second Great Awakening in America, Methodist circuit riders crisscrossed the nation on horseback, shouting and proclaiming the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Because of their zeal to spread the word, there was hardly any place in America where there was not a Methodist congregation. Praise. Charles Wesley's hymn writing was vital in opening the hearts of the people to the life-changing power of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Charles wrote over 6,000 hymns which would inspire and root the love of God and the theology of Methodism in the lives of the people called Methodists. Practice. John Wesley claimed that Methodist preachers had but one task: to save souls and spread scriptural holiness across the land. The soul of Methodism was evangelistic. But for us, evangelism means discipleship. Our spiritual call is to be sanctified, even to the uttermost. And today, as we work to recover that call, here are 4 practices I believe could be helpful for us Methodists in sharing the good news. Be passionate, like fire shut up in your bones. Be humble. Live like we've been with Jesus. Be disciplined. Submit to holy habits of heart, mind, and life. And be loving. Love like Christ has loved you.